Hi everybody. I wasn't even gonna make a video, but this idiot went a couple of minutes into it and it was filled with bullshit. So now let's do a video. Killing the peace. Will Bosnia explode? Let's go.
Before we dive in, take a look at this map. These lines aren't just borders, they're battle scars. They mark division, they represent compromise, and today they're under attack.
This border represent genocide from the Orthodox Serbs who were granted a province of Bosnia to administrate after they did genocide and were prosecuted and proven they were making genocide. Unfortunately, America and the West granted them this administrative area because Europe and America and other forces, it isn't the European people, it isn't the European American people, because they don't know all about this. It is a special elite who are in control of those countries, who have a special agenda. Some of the population know it, a small group, but mostly they don't know it because, listen, the normal population, bro, everybody have things to do, work, family, all of this, love life, bro. So this is global politics shit. This is people who get elected and all of this shit who gotta do with this shit and economics and all of this. But yeah, this line, this is the Bosnian administration, but still they're getting blocked by the Croatians. They block them, and also because in the Bosnian area, everybody is included. In this administrational area, we just call it RS because we ain't gonna say it the whole name, because the whole name is, why say it? It's a genocidal area administration. So only Serbians can have any rights there, and only Serbians with the right view have rights there. So let's see what this mountain. The problem is you cannot speak what you want in YouTube, but let's see what this it. Let's be real. This propagandist, genocidal propagandist, has to say.
This is the European country of Bosnia and Herzegovina, a state held together not by love, but by the memory of war and the weight of peace.
It holds together by the Bosnians being too strong for the plans of the Serbian, Croatians, and the West. To be quite frank, because they had their plans by splitting the country up in two, giving half to Croatia and the other half to Serbia. Serbia being Orthodox Christian, Croatia being Catholic Christian. So yeah, that was the plan. The Bosnians were gonna be third class citizens. Roma people gonna be fourth class. Fifth class were gonna be the Albanians. I don't know where they put the Jews, which class they were gonna put them in. But yeah, that was gonna be basically it. That was their plan. The West green-lighted the plan. The plan was 2 weeks max, not even 2 weeks. It was supposed to be 3 days, and everything was taken over, TV stations, everything. So army called us because they had their arms already, because all the republics by the free will gave Yugoslavia their weapons, so nothing could escalate. But the Serbs, of course, because they owned Yugoslavia, they used all those weapons the republic freely gave to the Yugoslavian army / Serbian army. Why even call it Yugoslavia? You should be calling it Serboslavia. Everybody knows it's called Serboslavia. And that is why nobody wanted to stay in it, because it was Serboslavia. But let's see this guy say something nobody has heard for a million times.
The peace agreement reached last week in Dayton, Ohio.
But peace can be fragile.
What peace, my friend, what peace? The Bosnian army was in front of Banja Luka. If they went in, the whole Serbian army were done. There was no Serbian army left. It would be fleeing to Belgrade, and Belgrade would be filled with refugees from Croatia, from Bosnia, from wherever they make problems. So yeah, there was no peace. America, they said to the Bosnians, if you attack them and finish this war, we will attack you. Finish. This is the truth, everybody know it. I don't know which rock this guy is living under. It's only because the majority Bosnians are Muslim, and that is why they cannot be a Bosnian country. Functional, normal, with one president, with one administration, not four administrations. So yeah, let's see what this propagandist from Serbia, he probably also is propagandist for the Kremlin, because it goes hand in hand. Serbians, Kremlin, it's like, bro, everybody know it. Everybody know it.
It's pretty surreal to think that even though the war's been over for more than 30 years, there are still signs warning people about active landmines.
Yeah, and you know who put them there? The Serbians. They put all the landmines. Yeah, and you know what else did? Yeah, they didn't want to deliver the maps over where they put the landmines, so when they lost the war. So yeah, they destroyed the maps. Yeah, pretty smart, huh? Fucking clown.
It's probably a good metaphor for this area. See, when the guns went silent in 1995, an agreement, Dayton, held this place together. I mean, not perfectly, but enough to keep the peace. And now that agreement...
It held the whole thing together enough to hold the Serbian armies and militias, the Serbian army inside Bosnia too. That was what it was. And the Croatian army. That was what Dayton was. To allow these two guys from two different countries to have their armies in Bosnia and have the rights to destroy Bosnia as much as they can. That is what Dayton is.
Is being torn apart, and not by extremists, not by militia, but ironically, the very international officials who were supposed to defend it.
Now he's gonna say the highly representative Schmidt, what's he called? I don't remember his name. His last name is Smith. His first name is, I forgot it. But yeah, Smith, who's represented by the West and I don't know, those guys who decided. Serbia wasn't asked and Russia wasn't asked about who was gonna be the highest representative. So no, this guy, he's gonna give arguments for why he is destroying Bosnia and degrading the Dayton Agreement because Serbians feel some kind of way that they are undermined, and as they should. It's gonna be RS is gonna be removed from the map. This genocidal entity is gonna be removed. There's gonna be one president in Bosnia. He's gonna be chosen by the people. If you are not happy, you have a second home, which is your mother home, Serbia or Croatia, whichever group you fall under, and you are more than free to go to your mother country. Finish, my friend. And I know Bosnian people will be more than happy to pay 3 times the price of whatever you have there is worth. So yeah, it's a good deal. But if you want to stay and be happy, stay, no problem. But RS and all these identities and all of this will be removed. This is 100%. They even have the highest suit in the world saying it is illegal to have ethnic voting and ethnic control in a country. It has to be democratic. So this ethnic shit is gonna be removed. So funny. Yeah, you know how many children go with their friends and play in the woods and suddenly they get blown off of mines who are, I don't know, 30 years old and all of this. I seen a man, he saw his own son get blown off when they were out collecting woods for the winter. So they had woods to make burn wood so they can keep the heat in the house. The father, he saw his own son get blown up. So yeah, this is very funny. Bro. Serbians and Croatians should just hope that there is not a war. That is all I had to say.
In November of 1995, 3 Balkan...
Let's just see, what is this guy's name, please? Stefan Popovic. Pop means Pope, son of the Pope. Stefan, this comes from some myth they have from some guy. So this guy's mother and father was highly, and his family probably was highly extremist all the way through. The last 180 something, let's just say 200 years. Yes. Brother, these guys, Serbian guys, Croatian guys, they cannot play with me in history, my friend. I will destroy everything. Their history is made up, fake history, who only they believe, and somehow they make the West believe. But of course, they have same religion, so it makes it a little easier. But now we have the internet, so everything will be said clearly.
In November of 1995, 3 Balkan presidents sat down at the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio. Now, after weeks of intense negotiations, the Americans laid a map out in front of them. And on that map, there were lines representing a proposed division of Bosnia. It meant 51% to the Muslims and Croats, 49%.
This motherfucker, his mother, she like a donkey. It's not called Muslims, it's called Bosnians. The proud owners of this land. It is not Muslim, it is not Christian, it is Bosnian. Whoever not feel Bosnian, go out of Bosnia. Whoever feel Bosnia should be in 2, 3, 4 parts, it's never gonna happen. You will see, you will crush your teeth in every mountain. And so, honestly, right now when he say Muslim, Croatian and Serbian, he say Muslim, he not say Bosnian. He's a Muslim because he has an idea Muslims are Turks who should be exterminated from Balkan to Saudi Arabia or something, I don't know, Turkey or something. These guys have a special ideology. To understand a little about their ideology, you have to read a Serbian guy's book. What was it called? It was called... I forget it. Maybe I remember, I say later. But yeah, because they have many myths that they believe that now they make up myths and then now believe it. You know, the crazy people. So when already he say Muslims, he don't wanna call them Bosnians. You already see that this guy is thinking genocidal and different, not normal.
To the Serbs. Agreeing to this map led to the signing of the Dayton Peace Agreement, this thing right here, ending the war in Bosnia and Herzegovina. And it created two...
Saving the Serbian and Croatian army, not ending the war. Saving the Croatian and Serbian army, because the war is not finished. Right now, there's still war. It is political now. Now it is political how to navigate against three groups who wanna do everything to destroy Bosnia, and one group who only wanna make Bosnia a great country, paradise on earth, you know. So you have 3 against 1. But let's see this. You know, Serbians, they had a funny tradition. When a person he got too old, or the family, they felt like this guy is too much for us right now, or he's too old, or this, they take him to the woods and they knock him and they delete him. They're very much, I don't know, not civilized. But let's see this guy, what he has to say.
entities, the Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina and the Republika Srpska. Each side got its...
That is not the name of this place. It's called RS, and soon it will be removed from this map. It will be like it never existed. You will put your head down every time, my friend.
Its own government, its own police force, even its own coat of arms and symbols. But let's not kid ourselves. This was not...
But still, when the people want to travel, they need Bosnian passport. When the people want to join the army, they need to go Bosnian army. So, shut up, my friend. You're not so smart. The Bosnian politicians already played you, my friend.
your typical peace deal. This was a compromise between enemies. And that's the thing about compromise. Everyone gets something, but no one gets everything.
Bonsoir, le plus important.
We got everything. We might not have gotten it how it is, but we got a will. Bosnia is in one piece. You need one passport to go anywhere. And you need Bosnian passport. So, my friend. So, what did you get? You got the mercy of the Americans. You had to got on their... You know what you did, my friend.
Important conflit armé des 50 dernières années en Europe, la guerre de Bosnie a officiellement pris fin, du moins sur papier.
It wasn't a peace out of love. It was a peace out of exhaustion. The Serbs kept Republika.
The only reason why Alija, the Bosnian president, he signed it was because for him, one life, if he could save one life from the war, he would sign. You understand? Because for him, his people was more important than territory, you know. But yeah, but you Serbians and Croatians, just hope not a war again. Just hope there isn't a second half.
Srpska, the Bosniaks and Croats kept the federation, and Bosnia remained one country. on paper.
No, on paper, my friend. The capital city of Bosnia is Sarajevo. The passport is one passport. The There's so much, my friend. My friend, you might live in your illusion, but we all know Bosnia belonged to the Bosnians, and Sanjak will come back to Bosnia soon. And the coastal areas who are right now occupied will also go back to Bosnia. This is just a matter of time. You're not native to this land. You have no loyalty to this land. This land, you live here today, you go tomorrow, you don't matter, it doesn't matter for you. Forget about it. You're just wasting your own time. All these guys are wasting their own time. Bosnia is the Bosnians. Finish. And Sanjak is coming back. Nobody can do nothing. What do you think?
Now, I know this sounds complicated, and well, that's because it is.
It's not complicated. You read Gorski Venac. It is the Serbian author. You have to read this, and then you understand Serbian mentality a little better. Gorski Venac. This is what it's called. But yeah, this guy is not complicated. The last 200 years, the Croatians and Serbs have been green-lighted to do ethnic cleansing to get Muslims out of Balkan, as well as the Bulgarians have done, as well as the Romanian have done, and in Greece and all over Balkan, because majority of people were Muslims, and then they got genocided. So now you have small countries now of only Muslims, like Bosnia, like Kosovo, like different parts. So yeah, let's see what else.
And here's why. Bosnia was, and still is, a power-sharing arrangement between three nations that barely trust each other. But back in 1995, this compromise worked because it respected everyone's fears.
Then people didn't know how nasty the Serbians were and Croatians, and they did genocide and all of this. People knew it, but it wasn't documented. Like, Bosnian people didn't have receipts. After they got receipts and everything, and also, let's be honest, you Serbians, you are here, you are imported to Bosnia by the Turks. Croatians, you are imported by their Hungarians, when the Austro-Hungarians, when they were in Bosnia. So none of you are indigenous to Bosnia, so none of you are to be asked about nothing, about giving nothing, no parts of Bosnia to anybody, my friend. Bosnia is the Bosnian peoples, the native peoples, and if you are not happy about this and you want to have some different kind of system, you go to your own native country, wherever it is, because you're not, yes, I don't know what you are genetically. You say, Serbians say their stuff, I don't know what Croatians say, but I think Croatians say they're Gothic, something, I don't know, with something mixed, I don't know. But no matter what, wherever you come from, go there, my friend. You have nothing to get in Bosnia. You can live with the dirt on your boots. This is what you get. Or whatever you worked and owned without stealing everything. So whatever you made on a normal way, you can keep. Whatever you steal, you take it, you go wherever you went if you not like the system.
To really understand why, we need to look beyond the mainstream media headlines, which painted this war very black and white.
The villain was clear.
It is black and white. We have Croatians who want to take one part, and you have the Serbians who want to take the other part. They have been green-lighted in this last 200 years because there have been all this war against the Ottoman Empire and getting the Muslims out of Europe. So it is very simple. Unfortunately, the Bosnians and the Kosovo, the Albanians and the other populations in Bulgaria, in Greece and other places, the whole Balkan, there's nothing different between Serbians and Croatians and these others. They're all doing the same genocide and everything. So it is very simple. It is the reconquista of the Balkans, like they did in Spain. Now they did it in the Balkan the last 200 years. You just have to go study it instead of being lazy and saying it is complicated. It's not complicated.
Attack by Serb terrorists.
The evil Serbs wanting to occupy Bosnia. Yet nobody ever mentioned that the Serbs
Yes, they did. They have taken Beograd. This is a Muslim Bosnian land. City. The whole Serbia is Bosnian. It's Bosnian. Croatia is Bosnian. Montenegro is Bosnian. All of this is Bosnian land, my friend. You Serbian, they say their stuff. Okay, my friend, you're migrants to Bosnia. You're migrants to this area. You are guests in our house, in Bosnian house, and then now you want to have something. This is your house. What you are? What do you think this is? This is not normal.
have been living here for centuries.
You have not been living there for centuries.
Bosnia itself used to be a
The church, they brought you. So what are you speaking about?
Serbian medieval.
Yo, this is funny. The Serbians, they're funny because they take all the Byzantine history and make it their history. Listen, you're not the Byzantine Empire, bruv. The Serbian people are not the Byzantine Empire. So get that out of your heads, bruv. You are, I don't know, some fucking servants who got brought by the fucking Ottomans. Bruv, in Bosnia, they started migrating Serbians, the Ottoman Sultan started migrating, importing them because the Bosnians were too strong and too dangerous for the Sultans because they made revolts every time they were unhappy with. Example of the Sultan, he gave semi-autonomy to the Serbs. Plus, he gave Bosnian land and removed Bosnian families from areas to give to the Serbs because Bosnia made a revolt against some of his laws and all of this, and all kind of things happens, you know. So to weaken the Bosnian influence and the Bosnian power over Bosnia and the construction over Bosnia and because the Bosnian people were very easy they armed themselves very easy. They had everything. So the Sultan, he took lands from wealthy Bosnians and he took their lands and gave it to the Serbs and moved Serbian families into that area. So that is how it is.
Evil state. But when the Ottoman Turks conquered the Balkans, Serbs, who had...
They didn't actually conquer the Balkans. The native people welcomed the Ottoman empires like the different kind of religions. So stop lying.
Several states in the region lost their statehood, and this lasted for almost 5 centuries.
And did they actually invade? Because if you look at it, the Ottoman army and Ottoman administration and all about the Ottomans was the Balkans and was that people who they say invaded them are actually them. So did they actually invade, or did they just take their homes back under a different system? You could argue that.
The Serbs finally freed themselves from the Turks, and then established a kingdom of South Slavic nations in the 20th century known to everyone as Yugoslavia.
What did you say?
When Yugoslavia began to in the 20th century known to everyone themselves from the Turks. Serbs finally freed themselves from the Turks and then established the Serbs finally freed themselves from the Turks and then
That's not true. The Serbian, was it the World War One or World War Two? The whole Serbian army, 300,000 fled. They fled to America, my friend. What are you meaning? All of you live in Chicago. All the Serbian army from 2001, all the grandkids live in Chicago. So I don't know what this guy is talking about, the win.
established a kingdom of South Slavic nations in the 20th century known to everyone.
It was a genocidal army. They killed innocent people. They every bad thing you could do, they did. Pretty much.
As Yugoslavia.
Again, this is Serboslavia 1.0. We have different classes. We have Serbian class, first class. They have it good. They live on the back. They profit on everybody else's back. So you can put different categories on different ethnic groups, and this is mainly it. Class system. Just simple class system. Nothing else.
When Yugoslavia began to break up in the early
2.0, which was with Tito, and it was the same 300 something thousand Serbian Chetniks who were doing war crimes, who were doing everything, bro. It's so you cannot even you can probably speak about it, but everything bad you can experiment and do horrible to persons, families, just feel evil. They did it. You know, binding two people together, shooting one of them, throwing them both out of a bridge where the water is running. You know, so one of them was stuck and drowning, and the other is shot. You know, all kinds of things. You know, bro, don't make me speak about what they did to women and all of this. So, basically, every time they had an army, it was a genocidal army, and they were green lighted from the west, and it was a reconquista of the Balkans. I mean, pretty much. There is nothing else.
1990s, its Republic of Bosnia and Herzegovina declared independence. But Bosnia wasn't just one nation. It was three, with very different visions of the future. The Muslim leadership, led by Ali Izetbegovic, pushed for a unitary Bosnian state. Now the Serbs, nearly a third of the population, refused to accept being ruled from Sarajevo.
What did he say, this guy?
Unitary Bosnian state. Now the Serbs, nearly a third of the population, refused to accept being ruled from Sarajevo.
You see this, my friend? So go back. Go back, my friend. Go Serbia, jebote. Go back. Who fucking holds you?
They feared marginalisation, and they remembered history when Serbs were exterminated under the Ustaša regime in World War II.
Fake history, fake history, fake history. Blah, 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 fake history. How many fucking did your people kill? You fucking son of a bitch. Your fucking donkey motherfucking mother. Jebem ti sve.
To them, surrendering control meant surrendering safety. So, they proclaimed the Serb Republic.
Why you fucking lying, man? Why the fuck you lying, man? Why fucking, what the fuck do the Croatians have to do with you in Bosnia, my friend? You fucking ass motherfucker. You fucking dumb fucking dog.
Of Bosnia and Herzegovina.
What the fuck, what kind of logic is that? You knew what you were doing. You felt like you are the superior people. And you got, you got this, my friend. This is what you got. You got owned by fucking civilian people who fucking made up weapons, who fucking killed, who fucking deleted you and took your weapons after your army invaded their land. So shut the fuck up, you fucking lying son of a bitch.
Not to separate from Bosnia, but to have their own autonomous
You can have
self-rule.
nothing. You can have nothing, my friend. You can have nothing. It's not your land. This is Bosnia. It's Bosnian land. You can have nothing. Nula, nix, niš, nine, what language you want. Nothing.
Croatia, which also declared independence.
Also them. They can have nothing. They can have absolutely nothing. Nix, zero, what language you want, you can have nothing, my friend.
Independence from Yugoslavia, supported the Croats in Bosnia. So you sort of had these conflicted ideas about what Bosnia should be. And instead of agreeing,
Bosnia is gonna be Bosnian and ruled by the Bosnian, by Sarajevo. And whatever you feel like, if you feel Belgrade is ruling you, my friend, go to Belgrade. If you feel Zagreb is ruling you, my friend, go to Zagreb. Live in what country you feel like, but you're not never gonna be number one in Bosnia. It's never gonna happen. You can dream. You can pay lobbyists. You can go to America and pay billion, trillion dollars. You can go to Canada. You can go to Germany. You can go to Britain. You can whatever, China, Russia, whatever, my friend. You will never get Bosnia, brother. Forget it, brother. Forget it.
on a power sharing deal right away, they fought a bloody war for 3 years only to do just that.
No. What happened? The Bosnians were not prepared because they gave the arms to the Yugoslavian army / Serboslavian army, which turned around and used the same weapons as the Bosnian Republic have given the Serboslavian army, because they didn't want to escalate anything. They turned around and used the same weapons on the civilian people now, because they didn't have weapons. On some criminals who were on the black market had weapons, who were actually defending Bosnia, and some paranoid Bosnians who were already had seen what happened with the families and under the communism in World War II and under the communism, were preparing already and knew shit was gonna happen. Also because the Serbians in 91 already started digging trenches all around Sarajevo. So yeah. So the Serbians had a plan with the Croatians. In 2 weeks max it all would be taken over, but of course the Bosnians, because they're number one, they destroyed everybody's plans and made Bosnia one whole country again. So yeah, and now in the whole world everybody know the Croatians and the Serbians are genocidal, so your kids will forever have to put their head down. Ha! Chee!
A little side note here. They did actually sign an agreement in
And the war only ended because the Bosnians were winning. They destroyed the Croatian army first. After that, they turned around. The Croatians joined the Bosnians, and they almost crushed the Serbian army until the Americans stopped the Bosnians and said, "You cannot destroy them, else we're gonna destroy you," because they want this unbalanced system where the Bosnian are majority but have to listen to everybody under them and make them destroy the land, steal the resources, pollute the environment. Brother, just look at the environment. It's because of the Serbs and Croatians. And yeah, the living standard is low because of them. People are leaving. Fertility rate is bad. Bruv, only two are to blame. 3. Highly representative is also to blame to some extent because you don't make the excessive, the real rules of the. Let's be honest. If the high representative can go in and say, listen, it's gonna be exactly like, I don't know, Luxembourg or Swiss, the Swiss or whatever. Find whatever example you want and you can make it like that. He got the power from 1 hour to the next. He can make totally new laws. So 3 people are to blame. The Bosnians are the only one who are trying to build a functional state, and they're gonna be successful because that it's their land. They don't got any other lands, so they don't got anything else than time, and as many other invaders, they leave and the native people will stay, and that's the end of the history, like always. And everybody will know everybody's real faces and histories.
Lisbon in 1992, which would have divided Bosnia into cantons and prevented the war. But the Muslim leader, Izetbegovic, withdrew his signature, hoping to get more, or all of Bosnia, which is...
And he should not sign. He should not sign. Why the fuck should he negotiate with terrorists? We don't negotiate with terrorists. Why the fuck should the president, the sultan of the Bosnian people, the civilized people, the human people, the peaceful people, why should he negotiate with terrorists? It doesn't make sense. Why should he sign anything with a terrorist? I don't think he should sign anything. Why the fuck would he sign anything? He didn't know how dirty Serbs and Croats were. So
what he was going for.